It's Deprogram, the podcast where we try to get you into a band. Today's band is Motion City Soundtrack, and I could make some sort of soundtrack joke, I could make some sort of motion joke, or a city joke. None of those really work because I don't want to do that anymore, and yet here I am doing that in a very, very poor manner. Hello, everybody. Cord, I think this honestly could have gone either way. I think you guys did a show together, and Cord, maybe you mentioned Motion City Soundtrack and put them up on the board, I think, maybe?
Possibly? That sounds right.
All right. So
I don't know. I don't remember anymore.
I mean, worst case scenario is Jason will come on and correct us. But talk to me about Motion City's soundtrack. What is it that you love about this band?
I mean, first of all, they are my home state pride band because I'm from Minnesota. They're like a big Minneapolis band. And yeah, they're one of those bands that I grew up seeing on Fuse TV, like Steven's Untitled Rock Show and stuff like that. And then I found out that they're from Minneapolis, and it just got me even more into them. And yeah, there's just this was fun because I'm familiar with probably the first 4 records, but not the later half of the discography, so that was fun to check out. But yeah, man, I've loved this band since I was a teenager, and they've always had they're one of those bands that I never think of on a top list, but they still hold a very special spot because they're kind of hometown heroes in a way.
We're gonna have to come back to that because I like that bands that. We'll come back to that. So we're gonna swing. Sorry, we're gonna swing over to Jason, and this is your chance to correct us if we were wrong. If not, tell me what it is you love about Motion City Soundtrack.
No, I think you're right. I mean, I think Cord had it up there. There's a couple of them. It was the Motion City, Say Anything, and a few others. And I think I jumped on them all with Cord because it seems like we have similar music tastes. But Motion City was a band. I kind of got a Punk-O-Rama CD as Epitaph Sampler CD back in the day. And that CD kind of created my mid-teens of Black Keys, Rancid, NoFX, Sugar Cult, and Motion City Soundtrack all being on it. So they did that, and it's one of the bands that stuck, and it's always been. I think I mentioned them on an earlier podcast where they sing more about OCD and mental health and a lot of other little things rather than all the sex, drugs, and rock and roll stuff that you get with some other bands that didn't click with me as a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
So it's a band that kind of clicked with me and then has grown with me throughout my life, it feels like.
Oh, man. Okay. So this is a band that I was completely unfamiliar with. I feel like I'd seen the name kicked around, around, peripherally to people who've been around me, but I couldn't tell you one song. One was vaguely familiar when I did my first pass, maybe I heard it on a soundtrack. But for the most part, this was all completely brand new to me. So I guess, we all had a really tough time. I pushed play on the playlist, and immediately, 4 songs in, I messaged you guys that I was mad because this is a very consistent band. So the consistency of this band. Talk to me, Cord, about putting together your 20. You said you had trouble with this even earlier today.
Yeah. So the way that it went for me is, like I said, I'm pretty familiar with the first big chunk of the discography. So it was to an extent easy for me because I already know my favorites from the first 4 records. Unfortunately, my first pass, that meant almost full albums were making my first pass and stuff like that. But it was really fun to explore the 2 records I wasn't as familiar with. There was one of the 2 records that didn't really grab me as much, and then the other one was yeah, this is another great Motion City record. So yeah, I had a good time with it, but it was just one of those things where whittling it down was hard. And like I was saying before we hit record, even earlier today, I was looking at my 20 and being like, oh man, I think I need to add this song back in and get rid of something else. And so like the longer I sit on this, the more I'm gonna pick at it. So I'm kind of glad we're getting it over with.
Yeah, punishment. That is the punishment of this show is if you don't get it in the can, you always go back and pick at it and switch stuff around. Jason, you've been, other than I think you had notioned that perhaps you were having a difficult time. What was it? How did it go for you picking your 20?
Again, I'm a lot the same where I had kind of the first couple records I knew really well, and then the last few I hadn't listened to. And I mean, you listen to them and it sounds great, but you have to whittle it down. So I was doing the same today. I think I had today before 9 o'clock or before about an hour ago, I had about 30 songs on the list. So I had to still whittle down the last 10 and just kind of make sure that I wanted certain ones. And I realized I couldn't have a full album, so I had to cut that down pretty extensively.
Yeah. I think I told you guys when I first messaged you guys that I was mad that I had almost the entirety of the first record. Here, I want to read my exact words. Oh man. Okay. I'm really mad at y'all right now. I'm only an album in and I can't find the cuts. And then 45 out of 78 on my first pass. And that was being, I think, come the third record, I was like, okay, I can't put everything through. I get stuff I have to start making cuts now, or this is going to be miserable next go round. So we talked about the consistency of this band, and for the first two were like just splendid. And I was just like, okay, cool, locked in. The third one was good, but it felt like a step back. And I was like, okay, cool. So maybe we found, maybe this is the line. Maybe this, it's all downhill from here. Nope. The next record, I was back to having almost everything in it again. I was like, oh God, no. What is happening here? They have these low spots in the discography, like in the scope. I don't mean to call them low spots as far as they're all great records, but low spots as far as like, what am I looking for to put forth as Motion City songs? And, there was like one other record that towards the end that I was like, okay, maybe this is the next line. And then the last record was like, oh, nope, I have almost all of this again. So
yeah,
the cuts were not easy to find. But this is one of those bands where you look for any reason to cut any song, like any reason you can get to drop it off the list so it's out of contention. And I would have been right there with y'all, like rearranging my list and looking and looking and looking if I didn't have like 8 other bands up in the air right now. Because I already feel this always happens to me. I always try to listen to the main playlist going in to kind of reacquaint myself with songs that didn't make my list. And there was already 3 off that first record that didn't make my list that I was like, oh God. Oh no.
Yeah, it's funny the way you put that, because if you look chronologically, so the first record is what got them to tour with Blink-182.
Oh.
And then Mark produced Commit This to Memory, the second record. They went with somebody else for the next one, which you said was the down one. And then Mark came back for the record after that, which you said was a great one again. So
wow.
Knowing that you're a Blink fan, that's why I was curious if you'd like those 2 records the most.
Interesting. That's crazy. I clearly didn't know that, but yeah, like, and again, I don't mean to disparage that third record. It was I still had a ton from it. But I found that one the easiest to whittle from. And that's, I don't know what I'm saying there.
man.
I don't know what I'm saying there. Okay. So this is what worries me here. I think it was like 78 songs altogether. But it sounds like we could be a little all over the place here. Cord, based on everything we've said so far, for the final say, how many do you think we're going to get through unanimously?
Man, okay. This is tough because like this band has so many bangers that I could see us landing on, but like even like weeks leading up to this, like picking stuff off my list, I would delete something and then hear myself in my head saying the classic deprogrammed line of like, "Oh, that was my last cut."
Yes. Yeah.
You know? Um so I'm thinking I'm gonna lowball it, but not too low. I'm feeling 3.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly actually what I was just thinking. So I gotta re-strategize. Jason, what are you thinking?
Oh, I want to be positive. I want to say 6.
Oh,
All right.
yeah. I hope you're right. It's not like there's a ton of places to hide, but it just feels like specifically probably those first 2 records, like it's gonna be, we could each of us have, different parts of those.
Oh, we could
Yeah.
probably build the whole record. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, after hearing you say that even if it kills me was your miss, there was a different record that was my miss completely, and I was
Oh.
just like, all right, this one's gonna be hard.
Okay. Well, so do I go in between y'all, or do I go the step lower? Well, 3 was my initial thought. I have 4 starred here. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with 4 because it feels like maybe we can land 4. All right. I mean, we're about to find out. We're gonna take a quick pause, and we'll be back to play some more De Brugend. Kickstart your road to fitness with the Hard Work Works fitness app for all ability levels. Full gym, no problem. What's included? Over 200 workout plans available for every situation from a full gym to no equipment at all. Nutrition guide to help you stay on track, and all of this is only $10 a month. There's a special offer for Deprogram listeners. Use promo code STUPID and get your first month free. The Hard Work Works fitness app. Decide, commit, succeed, and join the hustle today. And with that, the name of the game is Deprogrammed. The 3 of us have come through the Motion City soundtrack discography and plucked out 20 songs that we're now going to mash together in an attempt to create a top 10 starter kit for you, in case you have never given them a chance. I'm not going to do my normal thing, and actually this hasn't been my normal thing the last couple episodes, but I'm going to give you the song that locked me in. And it's possible that it doesn't land, but I want anybody who's listening to this, who's looking to get into new music, to start here, because like I said, and this is a sound profile I'm going from. Like this is what I want my Motion City soundtrack to sound like. Shiver.
Nope.
No.
I had a feeling. It's okay. Like I said, obviously I would have liked to have gotten it into the conversation, but this is when I locked in. The second this song starts really getting into it. Here, let me. So it's got your Midwest emo flair, but then it's got like the Rentals over top of it. I think, again, am I happy that I started with a miss? No. But I think this will inform you two where I am going forward. So I take a miss. It sucks. Shiver. Great tune. That's where I started. All right. Cord?
I think I'm gonna come out swinging a little bit. Personally, not necessarily in like the grand scheme of like popular MCS songs, but I'm gonna start off with Time Turned Fragile.
Nope.
Oh, that must have been one of my later ones because I was looking at my list like I had it.
See, that's why I did it first, because I love that song more than most Motion City songs, and I knew I would have to get the heartbreak out of the way.
Oh. Yep. Oh. I think this is one of those cuts that I made last night or the night before.
Man, it just has like, for one thing, I'm a drumming nerd, and Tony Thaxton just shows off how good of a drummer he is on this song throughout. Like, oh, man.
Well, it also sucks because it's exactly what I just said, like that sound that I was looking for. But already, already 2 songs in, and it's 2 misses, and neither one of us is wrong. Like I feel more wrong, I'll say, even though Shiver is like a tone setter. This one was a tough cut.
Yeah.
All right, Jason.
Let me do one that's just for me like one of the fun songs and puts a smile on my face, and let's go with "The Future Freaks Me Out."
Yes.
Yeah, man, I got it.
There we go.
All right. That feels better about my 6. I was feeling real bad after 2 misses.
This has got everything you want.
Yeah, I worked at a restaurant, and there was a cook in the back that would sing this loud enough that you could hear him on the other end of the restaurant, and it always made me smile. So
this is also one of the answers that we got when I asked the audience what they consider essential.
very nice.
Yeah.
We didn't get the smart ass. Never heard of them. This is good. As you can tell, folks, like this is not going to be an easy one. All right. So now do I start? All right. I think I'm going to go with another one that listeners mentioned. It's short for "Let's Get Fucked Up and Die." LGFUAD.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Hey. All right. All right. I wanted to ignore this song because it starts off like acoustic, but it starts off with "Let's Get Fucked Up and Die." It's like, okay.
I have very fond memories of going to emo nights when I lived in St. Paul, and they would play this song every time. It's just so good.
You can't miss it. I remember in high school having to do you had to create a folder for your English personality, and I had this written across the top. And my teacher was like, "What does that mean?" And I was like, "Don't worry about it."
Yeah.
Do not worry. All right. Okay. 2. We're all right. Chord.
I think let's go a little later discography. I'm gonna go with Delirium.
No.
Can't say.
Bummer.
All right. Chord, and then I should do this one first. As I mentioned, My Dinosaur Life, impossible.
Yeah, this was the
Oh,
record
good.
that I had like almost every song in my first pass.
Same.
When you put that into the chat, I thought you were being dramatic, and I was
Yeah,
like,
no.
whatever, And then I went, because I think at the time I was at Even If It Kills Me. I was like, you know what? There's no way. And I'm marking song after song after song. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, again, that's probably an album that we'll be lucky to land some 2s. All right, Jason.
Let's stick on that album and go with "Her Words Destroyed My Planet."
Nope.
See, me neither.
Oh,
Yep.
that's the song that got me to watch Veronica Mars.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
so
Fell asleep watching Veronica Mars again.
Yeah.
I love that show.
It's so good.
Stupidly good.
That kick in is so good too.
Uh-huh. That'd be a fun one. I feel like you'd have to start a concert with that because you could have the slow and then just the big jump.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? I'll stay on that album with y'all, and I'm gonna go where I knew I was back into trouble. Worker bee.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, all right. Because, again, you know, I hate phrasing it this way because Even If It Kills Me is a great record. And I still had a good amount of it on my first pass. But, like, when Worker Bee comes on, like, I'm thinking we're on the way down.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, okay, these will be where the easy cuts are. And then this happens.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, no. Oh, no.
I love how this song just, like, keeps getting a little bit more intense as you go on. Oh, it's so good.
I think there was, like, a lyric that stuck out to me, but since I didn't write it down, we will chalk that up to It's Gone to the ether. All right, chord?
I'm gonna see if I can stick you on Even If It Kills Me, and I'm gonna go with Fell in Love Without You.
Yes.
Oh, at least it's a 2.
Haha.
All right.
It's a 2.
I'll take a 2.
That one, I don't know where, but it was like, you know, late 20s.
Yeah.
It was super late cut.
It's a banger track 1.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I cut it, is I'm a track 1 guy. And I was like,
Yeah.
I can't always be track 1 guy.
You can't be predictable.
Yeah. All right, Jason?
All right. Let's go back to the beginning, and I'll go with Red Dress.
That was a late cut for me.
Yeah. I don't know where that fell out. Like I said, those first 2 records, it could be anywhere. I don't have a reason.
Oh man.
I said I didn't want to be predictable. I didn't want to be a track 1 guy, but here I am being predictable, being a track 1 guy. Attractive Today.
Yes.
That was a late one for me.
Right.
A late cut, so no.
We're definitely going to be having some conversation here, it looks. All right, there's a 2. Chord?
Let's see. I'm gonna take one from Panic Stations and play Heavy Boots.
Nope.
Cannot save you there. Heavy.
Rip.
Yeah.
Panic Stations and Go are definitely my 2 that didn't make much off my list.
Yeah.
It happened that way, but I want to be clear here. I had a lot on my first pass, and I think they're great records. I think that basically what I took from them was just to round out my 20. But I feel like we can get somebody into the band with the early stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Exactly.
So if we get you, do yourself a favor and listen to all of it, because it's all really great. All right, Jason?
Let's go with. I'll go with the hit single of Everything Is All Right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, me too. Yep. There we go.
Awesome. Now I'm feeling good. We're closer to my 6.
Yeah, you're probably gonna get your 6.
There's
It's
still,
looking like you might get it.
there's still a lot out there. Yep.
This is definitely their hit single if you've heard one by them.
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned like Veronica Mars, you know, obviously the lyric, but like not quite this on the same level of like a Jimmy World, but like this music definitely gives me that CW vibe. Like it would have appeared on a CW show, UPN show, like
Yeah.
like a
Definitely.
Veronica Mars for sure. This is also one that the listeners said so.
This is one of those like #1 big hits that I don't get sick of, and that's kind of rare for me.
You know what? I'm going to try some of my later stuff here, see if I can find y'all. How about The Worst Is Yet to Come?
Nope.
No, I do know that was one of my cuts today.
Sometimes the name of the song is exactly what's about to happen. You know, I have this whole thing up. The Worst. Oh, there's more than one songs with the worst in it. Is. I should learn how to type. There we go. All right, Cord.
Let's go back to the early half, and go with My Favorite Accident.
I knew that one was coming up.
Is that 2 no's?
Who knows? It sounds like.
Dude.
That was one that I was listening to before
Even
the
my
show.
dog just sighed at me. Jesus.
Well, here, folks, this is why we're upset at ourselves. You can't be mad because these first couple records, it could have been anything. Ugh. Ugh.
Wow.
I know. Ugh.
It's not fun.
I'm making y'all regret this one.
When I was listening to it, I couldn't find where to put it back in.
Yeah.
Oh,
I had to make a lot of cuts today.
and I don't remember where it dropped either. That's the thing that bugs me. That's the thing that's bugging me. All right, Jason.
Oh, let's go off of this is kind of my earworm from the later ones, the one that just kept getting stuck in my head, and we'll go with Box Elder.
Nope.
No.
That is fine. The Hey Box Elder, I just kept hearing it in my head every like 30 seconds after it happened.
All right. Let's see.
This band's really good at that.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Justin Courtney Pierre knows how to write a chorus.
Yeah, he definitely knows what a hook is.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that would just happen in my head time and time again.
Yeah, some of these, sometimes I wish I had reasons, but you guys know why. Because you gotta cut stuff. How about I keep passing over this one because I feel like it's gonna hurt. When You're Around.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
That was one that I initially cut, and then today I was like, I can't not have that on my list.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then I was on to something with that one. Because maybe pain is just like the underlying sentiment of the band.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I couldn't get away from this one. Of course, if you listen to it, you know why. All right, Cord?
Let's see. I'm gonna play another one off of My Dinosaur Life and go with Stand Too Close.
That was number 2 of my last 2 cuts.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can't save you either, man.
I think this is the most songs that I've heard played on a Deprogram podcast, because everyone is either unanimous or a total miss.
Yeah.
pretty much, yeah. I think we only
People
have...
are just gonna hear the whole Motion City discography today.
I don't have a reason, so I don't... So, what, folks, what you're hearing here, if this is your first time here, or if you've only heard episodes that kind of go smoothly. What you're hearing here is consistency. Is when it comes to this, if a band has a consistent, very good discography, it's easy to pick different stuff than the people you're playing with. I don't have a reason, so my apologies. All right, Jason?
Let's stick with the first song that made me look them up off of the Epitaph sampler, and Don't Call It a Comeback.
I got
Nope.
it. Okay.
Nope.
It's got
You got it?
Yeah, it's got 2.
Hey, it stays in.
All right.
And we're also only let's not gloss over the fact we're already at 5. Like it feels like we're not doing well because there's a lot of 1s. But we are like you said, Cord, it's either all of us got it or it's going right in the trash. And let's see. We actually might.
Yeah, I think this is the only second. This is only the second too.
Yeah. Third.
Is it the second or third? I think
It's the third.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Okay.
for the record, we have 5 in. We have 3 that are in the conversation. There's plenty of gameplay, but if the game were to stop right now, we would actually have to pull out of the trash, which doesn't happen that often. All right, so Don't Call It a Comeback was Jason, so it's back to me. I'm gonna do the last one that we got from listeners, because I keep going past it. Modern Chemistry.
Yes.
Nope.
All right. They're hanging on a thread. One more unanimous or a 2 gets us out of NTP. All right, Cord.
Not many songs talk about medication and therapy at the beginning, so.
Yeah. I thought it in such a catchy manner.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this band is really good at like. I love the fact that Justin always writes like very serious, kind of heavy lyrics over like very happy sounding music. It's like such a fun dichotomy.
Hanson does that really well too.
Yeah.
I had to bring up Hanson because I'm a psycho. Cord, you're up.
Hell yeah. All right. If we're talking about songs that deal with mental health, one of my favorites I'm going to play and probably be heartbroken over is Even If It Kills Me.
Yes.
Yay!
All right. We're officially out of NTP, but
Nice.
that is a no from me, dog.
Man, this like just the lyrics in this song are so good because it's just from the perspective of like someone struggling with mental health but being like, God damn it, I'm gonna figure this out.
Yeah.
Like
It is.
for the first time in a long time, I can say that I want to try to get better and overcome each moment in my own way. Like, goddamn.
Well, now that you've made me feel like a shit for not picking it. All right, Jason.
I feel like I'll have one after I say it, but we'll go with Broken Heart.
No.
Well, let me go ahead and smash that for you.
How fortuitous.
BROK. This is the last page of my Oh, there's another one with broken in it. I really should do the song first, so as not to leave silence. Oh my God, phone! Just do what you're supposed to do, bro. There we go. I'm giving up reasons, trying to give reasons because there really aren't any.
Yeah.
There's some songs where it's just like you hear it and you like it, or you just have to make it go away.
Yep. Well, it had to be me, so my choice is it had to be you.
Oh,
No.
that was another very, very late cut. I fucking love that song, dude.
I love that sound, that realization of, oh man, I could have snuck that in.
I related so hard to that song for a long time, too. Oof.
Mm. All right.
Oh, good.
Chord?
Real quick before I play, I do want to say my favorite line from that song is "Let's get wrecked on Pop Tarts and sex and see the Taj Mahal."
Nice.
Anyways, I'm gonna play. How about Pulp Fiction?
Yep. Oh no, sorry, that was my
Nice.
last cut.
Oh,
I'll
I
save
have
you.
it. I have my list of last cuts on the side.
I'll save you. I got it.
nice.
So I think-
I'm perfectly fine if that one ends up making it in.
And we officially have a conversation on it now too,
Hell yeah.
because I think we got 11. All
I think
right.
my last 4 were all from Dinosaur Life, and I said I have to cut 3 of these down.
All right, Jason.
And let's do with one that made it in. We'll go with I guess expletive would be the word to say.
I do not have that one.
Yeah, me neither. Unfortunately.
That's such a good song, though.
All right. Let me tell you why, because there is a reason here.
You don't like Ocarina of Time?
No, it has. I actually love Ocarina of Time. I haven't played it in forever, but well, again, there's 3 albums that I literally could have picked at least 3 that I literally could have picked any track from. That's not that is not an exaggeration. My Dinosaur Life is one of them. So you're looking for any reason, you know, a lot of the reasons are just okay, I just don't have room for it. This one I looked at and was like, I don't know what I would say to announce that this is my choice.
True. What do I call this song?
What do I call it?
I was worried about that one as well.
I know that's a dumb reason, but sometimes you need reasons. Okay. Here's one I can pronounce. Broken Arrow.
No.
No.
It seems like all the misses are on the I feel like we've kind of agreed on the first 2 records essentially. Like everything after that is where we're disagreeing.
Yeah.
Let's see. You know, maybe we'll do like 2 more rounds.
All right.
I wish Spotify would stop crashing
That'd be neat.
because I'm trying to do a show here. All right. Chord.
Well, I think we need a good slow song, and I'm gonna play "Hold Me Down."
No.
Damn.
Unfortunately, I do not have that one. Yep, I don't have a reason, so I'm not going to give you one. All right. My computer also doesn't want to do what I tell it to do. All right, Jason?
I'm gonna go from Go. Everyone Will Die.
Nope.
You know, again, I must have something else that has the word everyone in it because I thought I wrote that down and I did not. Everyone will die.
It had kind of that Jimmy World almost sound to it
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, I could see it.
All right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we'll do one more round and then we'll dump out. All right. So that leaves me with, let me go somewhere in the middle. How about Hangman?
Nope.
Is that 2 no's?
I threw out a no.
Well, dang.
The one with the Mark Hoppus feature on it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Man.
Yeah, I know. Let's save the heartbreak. All right, chord.
Hmm. I'm gonna play one more older one. How about Capital H?
No, and that was a cut today too.
Oof.
Ugh. This is the worst. Like
This
this
is
is the worst I
hard.
feel after them, of all of the ones that I've been on.
Yeah.
They.
Now you gotta hear it.
Yeah. Allow me to reiterate. So, I Am the Movie. Commit This to Memory. And My Dinosaur Life could easily. I could have picked any song off there and I would have been content.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Which does not help when doing something like this.
No.
Okay, so let's see. Jason.
Let's go from My Dinosaur Life, and I'll go Skin and Bones.
Nope.
No. No. We couldn't have gotten to the dump out soon enough because this would be really painful to have to listen to all these going forward.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Let me cue that one up and then I'll dump out. You know, maybe we can land a couple more for the conversation. Oh. Okay.
And
I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 left, so maybe we can land one here. I'll start right at the top. Mary Without Sound.
Nope.
nope.
Okay, see? Can't Finish What You Started.
Yep.
Nope.
Okay, 2. A Life Less Ordinary. Need a Little Help.
Nope.
Nope.
Hysteria.
Oh, no.
Nope.
Bottom Feeder.
No.
Nope.
And last but not least, Gravity.
No.
Nope.
Okay, so I landed Can't Finish What You Started. Let's get that in there. Can't finish. There we go. That one is Justin and Cord. All right. Let's see if you can land another couple of 2s there, Cord.
All right. Indoor Living.
Nope.
Last Night.
Nope.
The Weekends.
No.
And Days Will Run Away.
No.
Oh,
Right.
man. Oh, no. I mean, at least it was quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't,
That's true.
It was painless.
And we don't have a ton of conversation left.
Yeah. And just for fun, Jason, you want to dump out whatever you got left?
I had Disappear, This Is For Real, and my only one from Panic Stations was I Can Feel You.
All right. Let's see. All right. So what do we got here? Just shy. So no one gets the final say. 5 through. The Future Freaks Me Out. Everything Is All Right When You're Around. LG, FUAD, and Worker Bee. 5, and then we have 7 in the conversation. Don't Call It a Comeback. Modern Chemistry. Attractive Today. Fell in Love Without You. Can't Finish What You Started. Even If It Kills Me. And Pulp Fiction. I say the easy way to do this is to figure out which 2 don't belong. Instead of trying to figure out which ones do. Is there one jumping out at you, Cord, that you're like, very cool that it's still here, but or you know, completely strike against me, you know, make a case for something to remove out of the conversation and just put through.
Man, this is hard.
It never gets easier, friends.
So I am admittedly not as familiar, like track title wise, with I Am the Movie.
Okay.
Um, but I think the other like five are ones that I landed on. Actually, Attractive Today I didn't land on, but I do also love that song. Um, I don't know, man. There's nothing sticking out to me that's like, oh, we don't need that. I guess I would maybe take a poke at Modern Chemistry, but
As far as not needing it,
as far as not needing it.
okay. Is there something jumping out at you, Jason?
I think I would have gone the other way for the I Am the Movie songs that we're looking at and just said, don't call it a comeback, because I think that one's just a little more like fast punk.
Yeah.
Where Modern Chemistry kind of leads in. You can hear like that's the synthy sound that kind of got them where they were.
Yeah.
I mean, I love them both, so.
Yeah, I mean, I had them both as well. Well, I guess that begs the next question. Do we care about album representation?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Like, I don't think we didn't land anything from Go or Panic Stations, did we?
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
So,
Let's see. And all right, so I would say this for sure though. We have 3 here from Even If It Kills Me. I feel like since there's 3 available, we should at least take one.
yeah.
So we've got Fell in Love Without You, Can't Finish What You Started, and Even If It Kills Me. So the question is, take all 3 and then grab 2 others, or take 1 or take 2? What do you guys think?
I think we at least need one off. I mean, one
Right.
or 2. I wouldn't go all 3.
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay.
we all agree that that's the album that you can kind of duck a little bit on and then come back.
Yeah. We have plenty of representation on Commit This to Memory as well.
So
Yeah.
maybe drop Attractive. I mean, whatever we need, right? So maybe
So-
lose Attractive Today.
I think we lose Attractive Today for Fell in Love Without You in the candidate of like banger track ones.
All right,
That's my logic on that.
I'm with it.
Works for me.
All right. And then let's see. Again, I know we don't. My instinct here is saying take 1 from I Am the Movie and 1 from My Dinosaur Life. So what do we have? Pulp Fiction's the only thing left from My Dinosaur Life.
I think it should go in. Like I said, that was my very
Yeah.
last cut.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's do that. And then that leaves our. Wait, let me make sure I'm counting right. Wait, no, that only gives us 7. All right. So I Am the Movie has Don't Call It a Comeback, Modern Chemistry. And then we lost Attractive Today. So we still need 3. I Am the Movie. So Don't Call It a Comeback, Modern Chemistry, Can't Finish What You Started, Even If It Kills Me. Pick one of those to drop. Chord. Or if it would be easier to rank the 4 of them in order that you would take them.
That's not easier. I think I would drop Don't Call It a Comeback.
Okay. What do you think, Jason?
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, I feel like Don't Call It a Comeback is great. I like Modern Chemistry better. So let's do that. And where does that bring us? That should, in theory, take us to 10. Let's reshape it. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
The future freaks me out. Everything is all right. When you're around, LG, FUAD, Worker Bee, Fell in Love Without You, Pulp Fiction, Modern Chemistry, Can't Finish What You Started, Even If It Kills Me. Out of those 10, though, Cord, which one is the one that you're going to hand to somebody?
Man. This might be like the hardest deprogram I've ever done. Because I'm just like, I'm looking at the first like 4 or 5, and it could be any of those.
Yeah.
Like Future Freaks Me Out, Everything Is Alright, Let's Get Fucked Up and Die, Worker Bee. Oh my god. If I honestly, like, as cliche as it is, if I'm trying to get somebody into this band, like, maybe the same way that I got into this band, singing them on Fuse TV and just give them Everything Is Alright.
What do you
It's
think?
a great song.
What do you think, Jason?
Everything Is Alright or The Future Freaks Me Out. One of the two would.
Yeah, that was honestly my big battle.
My inclination is Future Freaks Me Out, but obviously I had them both, so. Yeah. Yeah, no. I love Future Freaks Me Out, but I think between the two, it's Everything Is Alright. For sure. This is the first time that's ever helped, by the way. This is the first time that has ever helped. All right,
Yeah.
so let's.
Well, now you got to keep doing it.
It never ever works, though. It never
I know.
ever helps. So now it has, and now it's gonna. Oh God. Why do I do this to myself? All right, Everything Is Alright is our number 1. The Future Freaks Me Out. When You're Around, Let's Get Fucked Up and Die, Worker Bee, Fell in Love Without You, Pulp Fiction, Modern Chemistry, I Can't Finish What You Started, Even If It Kills Me rounds out our 10, and let's let Everything Is Alright get its moment in the sun. I almost nailed that.
Yeah, that was good.
Spot on, yeah.
All right, we have done it. You know, I hope you could hear the pain in our hearts and voices, because this was not easy. You know, these bands that have these really great, unique sounds and very deep discographies are really hard to do on this show. But we've given you 10 to get into this band, and I guarantee you listen to these 10, you will like them. Do yourself the favor. I think it was 4.5 hours to listen to the entire discography. It's worth it. I very much enjoyed my time with Motion City Soundtrack. And as I told the guys before we went on, if it wasn't for Nothing, I would hate the two of them a lot more, because Nothing, we'll talk more about this on After the Fact, which you can get in on by going to patreon.com/Hi Justin, if that's something you would like to do. You can Nothing was like in the vein, whereas this is just outside of it. And like I said, we'll talk more about that. So you get stuff on Patreon. That's cool if you want to do that. You can also come hang out in the Discord. That's very cool if you want to do that. LegionOfStupid.com is a place to go where you can listen to the show. You can also sign up to be on an episode if that's something you want to do. Or you can, if you want to see Jason episodes, you want to see Cord episodes, you can actually find their episodes. They have their own pages. It's weird, wild stuff. So go do that, legionofstupid.com. You click at the top, podcast, scroll down to Deprogrammed, and scroll down just a little bit for the sign-up sheet, and you go from there. We're a podcast, so subscribe, rate, comment. All that stuff is super helpful, but the absolute most helpful thing that you can do is telling somebody that you listen to Deprogrammed. I would greatly appreciate that, a whole deal, and if you could do that, again, I would appreciate it. And with that, Motion City Soundtrack. Learn them, love them, people. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.